And we're back. Crump said he definitely did not hit that button on accident. Crump. It's funny because it didn't just go to 0 like when you get nuked. It allowed me to live stream again, which they wouldn't do if you got nuked. And then also it said ended, which is what happens when you stop the live stream. So, but it's okay. It's okay. It's nothing but love. Also, by the way, I didn't see this at the time. I just want to say thank you so much because not only because I wasn't looking at my phone, my apologies. I got a Cash App from Drewski, brother. Thank you again so much. Honestly, you have no idea how much it means to me. But when I clicked on it and opened it up, I saw that I also got a Cash App from Kurt24, the producer of the show. Bro, thank you so much, man. You guys are incredible. Honestly, I would not be able to do this without y'all. See, this is what he was trying to stop the signal. That's what it was. That's what I'm saying. He was trying to stop the signal. I knew it. I'm just kidding. We love Crumpy. Hey, Kyle Wade, brother. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you, brother. I'm going to fly to Hong Kong, rockin' neon. LC Sign, baby. This live stream is brought to you by LC Sign, where it's your homie, Tony. I'm just kidding. It's actually not. You know how many sponsors I have? 0. My sponsors are the great channel members of DLD After Dark, and because of that, I get to do and say whatever I want. Senor Boob, great to see you, brother. Appreciate all y'all. I actually got, honestly, I was blessed today to speak with Kyle Wade himself in the flesh, and it was incredible. Well, not like in the flesh in person, but like on the phone. It was great, and I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you again, Kurt, for the Cash App, and thank you again, Drew, for the Cash App, man. You guys have no idea how much that's helping. And you know who else is grateful for Cash Apps? Your boy, Red Dawn. Excuse me. But I know, honestly.
I'm coming to bring you some good luck tonight.
I'm hoping.
Working.
Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. And Red Dawn. Can we get a 5x5 plus 5x5 equals? Can we do that?
25?
It would be 50 because 5 times 5 plus 5 times 5 would be 25 plus 25, which would be 50.
You're right.
Or hold on. Are we saying 5 times 5 times 5 times 5?
I got 5 on it.
Y'all don't even know about the Louis. Anyway, Red Dawn, go ahead and introduce yourself because that's what we do here. We introduce ourselves and let them know who you are, what you do, where they can find you.
I'm Red Dawn Readiness, Instagram and YouTube, Red Dawn Resistance on Rumble, avid lover of Goon Beams, Definition Knives, Fat Tack holsters, Armsman's holsters, Geisley Super Duties, Glocks, and survival skills, stacking food, storing water, having chickens. My dogs are probably mating in the other room right now, so we should have puppies hopefully soon. And yeah, follow your channel. Follow my channel.
Fed Dawn.
Fed Dawn.
Fed Dawn. That's a good one. That's
the new one.
You just gotta Tactical Muffin Top. What's up, bro? You just gotta embrace it, man. Risky Krisky turned me on to you back when he had a channel. So many people still miss him. Well, guess what, Leonard Collier?
He's got a channel.
He is back. He is back.
Risky _ Krisky.
Yes, Risky _ Krisky. You had to do that at Risky _ Krisky. Now, I don't know, Leonard. I appreciate that. I don't know if you were saying that Risky turned you on to DLD or Risky turned you on to Red Dawn, but either way, we welcome you. We appreciate you, everybody in the club getting tipsy. Risky is back, baby. Let's see how long this lasts, man. I hope he goes on and continues uninterrupted and can just do all the things and talk about the Dogman and the Pony Show and all that.
Belgian Malinois, Bob. Belgian Malinois. So if you want a highly tactical dog, fur missile. If you would like a fur missile,
tactical,
holler at your boy.
All right, let's get into this now. The interesting thing, Frederick Donegan, is that here I go again. It's funny. We had 70 people in here, and then Crump killed the show. Now we have 37.
They'll
Thanks.
be back.
They always come back. Another Quaalude. She'll love me in the morning. So a couple things before, man. I got to be honest. I kind of want to do a hot or not tonight. I don't know how much time you have, but I almost kind of want to do a hot or not before we do this 3D2A thing. Is that weird, or would you?
No, I'm totally down for hot or not.
I want, maybe the people should be able to decide.
Yeah,
let's give them that. Yeah, we'll let you guys say if you want to do. Just type in hot or not. Allison.
Every time now. Hold on, I can't even see the chat. Was it Lightning Scott that said it?
Yes, literally immediately he said Holosun, and hang on, Dust is calling me. Give me 1 second. I'm just kidding. Let's do this.
Say Holosun.
I could feel it. I felt it inside my bones when you said
I had one break one time.
And then the one that broke again. That's odd. That's odd that something compromised continued to break. Anyway, Dust, we love you. Tactical Turkeys, we love you. Y'all know we're just playing around, having fun. Honestly, everything I have Holosun has actually worked totally, like, but okay. Everything that I've had Holosun has run 100% so far. Knock on wood. Push button start neighborhood came with the golf cart, neon, nectarine, sunbeam, dream team. I don't even know what that is, dude. Practical Ken, welcome. Let's do this. So it looks like some people want hot or not. War Poet CQB, yes, hot or not. So
steamy hot.
So steamy. Have you seen the way he moves? John Lovell moves. All right, sorry. We'll stop. Let's do this. We'll do a quick little hot or not. All right. And then we'll do the 3D2A thing. All right. So by the way, guys, the 3D2A thing, like, this is gonna upset some of y'all. Okay. Like, the dudes, especially the dudes that are printing out here. Taco, what's up, brother? Great to see you. What's the honeypot website I need to go to? Vortex, hot or not? We could do that. Honestly, I got kind of a weird one, dude. But you want to start with Vortex? We can start with Vortex. Agorizer says he wants the 3D. Fab Rooster, bro. I was just thinking of you, man. That's crazy. DB Koopa. All channel members. Great to see you, fellas. Thank you so much. I'll say this. Because we got more hot or nots, we'll do a hot or not for a few rounds, and then we'll do the 3D2A thing, because it actually is really important. But if we don't go into this lighthearted, what could turn into us just laughing about how stupid people are versus actually really for real getting pissed off about this, because you are going to feel marginalized. You're going to feel like you are being turned into honestly a hater of anything you know what, I don't want to give too much away. It'll piss you off. So let's kind of lighten up the load a little bit. I love when my loads are light, and then we're gonna just jump into it.
We already have a nick.
So let's I feel like I can never play that thing again, we'll just do that. All right, you ready?
Ready. I'm actually like itching. Like, what is this one that he's asking about?
Let's do Vortex first. Hot or not? Vortex, hot or not?
I think they're warm.
It's not hot or not or warm. It's and this is the difficult thing because look, I
I
would
think they're hot. I'm gonna go
hot.
hot with Vortex. I think you're getting a pretty decent product for a good price. I think that $3,000 for their 1 to 6 LPVO is retarded, but I think you can
Hmm.
find them for 1,900, which I think is also retarded. But
What's your favorite product from them?
honestly, I don't know. I think I like the what's it called? The 1 to 6 that's like the Nova. I think that's a great scope. I think their 5x25 is a good scope for the money. I think
Okay.
I think they make an awesome 4 to 14. Um, I think they have good scopes. I think
What do you think
and
about the Vortex Spark with a C?
the Spark. Which one's the Spark? Let's look it up.
The Vortex Spark is the Aimpoint T1 compatible red dot.
Vortex Spark. What are they going for? There's a newer one. There's two
Uh,
different ones. There's the solar one or the non-solar. The non-solar one looks really cool.
one too many dollars. That's how much they're going for.
If they're going for too many dollars, that's not very high.
Yeah, I mean it's too expensive in my opinion.
Because
They have come out with some other like pistol mounted optics too. I'm not feeling it, man. However, aside
I
from
I mean
that stuff,
the Venom and the Viper have been solid red dots for a long time. I
yeah,
don't like them, but they're solid.
yeah.
The Defender, solid.
Sparks are buns. Buns? Not
Isn't
my name. What do you
The
mean by
Spark
buns?
is a rifle sight.
Yes, it is intended for so T1 micro is like the Aimpoint T1, uh, T1,
T1, T2.
T2, yeah, each one that footprint.
I like the Defender.
My Vortex Venom has really nice glass. So personally, I would say hot, but they're hot because of the majority of their products, not because of all of their products. And I think that's true in most, excuse me, in most cases. Like Glocks, I absolutely love Glocks, but I found
Are
out
they hotter
recently.
than Primary Arms?
Oh, I'm going to. Oof, man, that's tough. What would you say? Because I would say the exact opposite, where like Vortex is just crushing it with glass, but not so much with dots. Primary Arms is crushing it with dots, and they're
The
okay
Prism
with glass.
series is hot.
Yes, hot, hot. Because if you ask me, Primary Arms hot or not, I would say hot, dude. That 1X prism on that
I
whatchamacallit?
got a 1X Prism. I beat the dog crap out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Diamond
What's up?
Josh. Play
What's up,
play the
Josh?
What's
play
up,
the
y'all?
rock music. Play the
Oh
rock
yeah, okay.
music. Black Diamond Josh.
I am wearing my best.
I think it didn't do it because I had my vape in my hands, but yeah. Okay, dope. Okay, so run for office. I definitely would not run for office because they would. Did I have like probably months and months worth of time of me being on the internet saying the most absurd, ridiculous, like violence provoking. I'm just kidding. I don't like violence.
Best shirt
I,
on Fat Tech right here. Look.
let me see. Hold on.
Nobody cares.
I don't know. I kind of like your other one a little bit better. My pronouns
I like
are
that one.
fine Jesus.
Oh yeah. That one's good too.
That's a good one. Okay. All right. So what would you say, Black Diamond Josh? Would you say Vortex hot or not?
Probably hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
I mean,
hot as well.
So their lifetime warranty is awesome because you can literally run over with a truck and just pick up the pieces, put it in a box, and send it off, and they'll give you another one.
That is true. That is true. This is like the one time where someone talking about a company's warranty being good is acceptable. Like for me personally, the people that are like, I'm going to get let's say like a Taurus G2C or something like that, and that's going to be like their main primary carry gun
Yeah.
because they have an excellent warranty. I wouldn't personally recommend that. Now, if all you got is $250 and you're getting a Taurus and that's rock it, run it, practice with it, get good with it, and later on you can upgrade to other stuff if you choose to. I don't mean to just knock that, but like a lot of times people use but it's got a great warranty as like a reason to purchase. So DLD for ATF director, bro. Yeah. First day, walk in, you're all fired.
Yeah, we're all fired and over.
Yeah, the building is also fired. Only in a different way. Yeah, so now you mentioned primary arms. So primary arms, hot or not?
Hot. Their ACSS reticle is awesome by itself.
Absolutely hot as well. And my outlook on this was that Vortex is crushing glass and is like with dots. They do make great dots that are pretty rugged, reliable. Longevity seems good. Like I know a guy that bought the FN 45 tactical when like Call of Duty first came out, when they were that gun was like the biggest deal in the world, with the Osprey can with the Vortex Venom red dot. He still has that gun with that dot and that can, and it's running just fine. So we're talking like that was a decade ago,
And they do have a new dot that's being made here in Houston, Texas. All American.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's called the
Which dot is that?
HTX1.
HTX1.
No, that's primary arms. Yeah, that one is sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, primary. Okay, I thought you were talking. Yeah, that one. Isn't that going to be like 550 or something like that?
It's not like crazy, but
$700.
It's made all in America. It's not
even all of the components.
Every component.
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
All right, I'm interested in learning more. I'll say that.
I could get behind it.
I think it's better than the Koa, but that's just me.
All right, are you ready? Well, we can't say that it's better than the aim point. We don't know. I mean, I think it has the potential of being an aim point killer. I guess
I'm going to give it one reason, because it's not a proprietary footprint. It can go on any gun. Which Dark is saying that eventually the Koa will go on every gun.
12 months.
But
you think so, really?
No, I know with certainty the way. So the way like these exclusive deals work is like, and like in previous industries that I worked in, companies would do exclusive deals, and they would say like, okay, for this year, we're going to do a huge launch together. We're going to do this big Glock Koa, exclusive to Glock and all this. But it says in all of their marketing, it says that it is exclusive to Glock for 12 months. So what I believe is probably right now already, and I've been able to handle a Glock Koa combo already, luckily.
Did you shoot it?
I didn't get to shoot it. I got to handle it. And I do love it, and I'm willing. I'd be happy to talk about that in just a moment. But I would not be surprised to learn that they're already working with other companies on getting their slides cut, getting like there. I think in the future we're going to be looking at like, oh, nice, is that slide cut MOS, RMR, Doctor, or Koa?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's just going to be one of the things. So after 12 months, they will 100% be, with other companies will be out with Koa cuts. And it just kind of falls off the tongue. Koa cuts. I need some more, Koa cut slides. Anyway, let me cold cuts.
I need some more.
Let me ask you this, and I know this is Red Dawn's like fave.
Ham, salami, pepperoni. You know what I'm saying?
I actually don't think I've ever eaten a cold cut more than once, and I didn't like it the first time. So let me ask you this. Ooh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Hey, come out in PLA, brother. Great to see you, man. Man, I had something funny pop up. I was going through my old stuff that I had to delete on my phone. It's so funny. Stick around. So I was gonna say Radian Ramjet Afterburner, but something else came to mind. So let's do this first. Radian Ramjet Afterburner. We'll start with Red Dawn. Hot or not?
Ultra hot. I got
Trust
one
me.
sitting right here next to me, and I've shot it many times.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Super
hot. It's hot. I like it.
Hot. Okay.
Yeah.
I will also say hot. I'll say very hot. I'm gonna have to do, and not just get a ramjet. I'm gonna have to do a build, a specific build, and I've shown you guys this before. Let me drop this for 1 second, because we are gonna do that. The Armsman did like 25.
But also, there's a lot of companies doing comps in their pistols right now, like carry comps and stuff like that. So
yeah.
here's for
facts.
hoping that Glock will do that as well, but I doubt it.
Dude.
Like a Glock comp that's like the Ramjet?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome if they had a Glock compensated 19 or a Glock compensated 17? That'd be awesome.
That would be extremely
built in,
awesome.
like from factory, not something you have to add on to it, but something already built into the
I could see them doing that.
Kind of like the echelon comp, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find something. One thing, because to be able to explain this, I have to. Dang it.
Sorry.
It hit you?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Did you get it on video?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
If
For the firearm?
No, it was a light. I threw a gun on the couch and it hit the pole and it fell over.
Did you say the shit word?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goshness. I did not believe when I heard it, I was like, there ain't no way. Okay. Oh, is that? No, that's not it. All right. So what I plan to do, and I'm going to pull this up to show you guys, I want to do something kind of specific. So I've been curious about Radian ramjets, but one of the things that kind of stopped me was that I started doing some research on it, and I found just randomly, and I shouldn't ever trust Reddit at all, but I found a bunch of people that were saying, like, I have a Radian ramjet and it won't cycle 115 grain. I have a Radian ramjet and it won't cycle 124 grain, or 135, 147,
Lies.
158. Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I can't like take these singular instances and just be like, oh, all these people these 7 people must all be telling the truth.
Do you think there's people out there that would just do stuff like that just to put a bad name out there for a company because they work for a different company, has something else?
100%, yes. Which actually leads me to the next thing I'm going to talk about after what we're talking about now. I believe that somebody is doing that to Goonbeam, which is going to be our next hot or not.
Oh, yeah.
But
really?
yes, but I really want to find this thing to freaking show you guys. So I'll have to explain the plan first, and then I'll show you guys, because I have a picture of one that was done by someone else. So what I want to do, because initially I was thinking that Gen 5 45 kind of setup would be super dope with a Radian Ramjet Afterburner on it, right? And then I was like, well, I think I would like to do something like A7 or like a full size, a full size 17 or something like that. And then I was like, you know what? There was a guy that I met that took a Gen 5 17 frame, and he took a Gen 5 19 slide and then put a Gen 5 Radian Ramjet on it, and it actually brought the size of the upper, the slide, to the end of the dust cover on the 17 size slide.
That makes sense, yeah.
Dude, it was stunning, like absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna pull one. It is.
Got a picture of it?
Yeah, I'm pulling up a picture right now. I don't know why it's so difficult to find for some
DB
reason.
Cooper, don't do that to DLD tonight.
Well,
The HTX one is fire, but $700 is a lot of muffins. Don't do what? Oh, Riley. So look, the thing that I keep in mind when I'm making a decision like that is I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I gotta keep my mind out of the gutter because I can fall deeply into the gutter very quickly.
Yep, same.
Oh, is this it? Oh, no, that's. Dude, where is this?
Go down a rabbit hole, if you will. If I just like see, I'm just like, oh wait, ooh, and just kind of
Yeah, you can't Google stuff like that. Here, is that it, Red Dawn? Did you send it
You
to
have
me?
to Google.
No, do you want me to send it to you? That was something that a company reached out to me to make a video on.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I actually have it here.
I'll send it to you right now, though.
No, I got it. Dude, that
They're
thing
actually
is just,
in our Texas already.
yeah, our Texas. I'm from Texas.
I'm not from Texas. I'm from Tennessee.
Yeah, no, it's a song.
You're the only 10 I see.
I saw a freaking Instagram thing about that the other day. Did I send that to you?
I don't think so.
Dude, it's so funny.
You sent me something about Tennessee.
Dude, it was
Maybe it was that one.
If I could find it to show it, I would.
Okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good one right there. That's a dang old good one right there. I'll tell you what. All right, so I'm going to show this one first. All right, y'all, check this out. Yeet. Boom. Look at that. Okay, so this is a Gen 5 Glock 17 lower with a Gen 5 19 upper with a Radian ramjet in it with, if you look at the trigger, can you see what kind of trigger that is?
Performance trigger?
The Glock
Yes, it is.
OEM performance trigger.
Yeah.
Dude, why did my printer just go off?
Dude, that makes me also would love if the 48 had the full size frame to it.
With the that'd be fire. That'd be fire. Now let me pull this other one right quick. I'll tell you what. I'm from Texas. Is it
DB Cooper,
one?
that's hilarious. I did Google it.
What?
What, Riley?
I said, do not Google 1993 space movie.
Oh yeah, from outer space. Yeah, don't do that. All right, here's another one right here. Man, it just, dude, just looking at it, like it is absolutely gorgeous. Also, don't look up the 500 tooth dinosaur. 500 tooth dinosaur or 5,000 tooth dinosaur. It's the same kind of thing. It's exactly what you think it is. It's a inappropriate word, saurus. Okay, so this is the same gun. The cool thing though is that like the Radiant Afterburner, it like kind of has
slant.
like that like angle forward, and it comes like just a little past like the size of the 17 dust cover, and dude, it just has this like super fire look. And because 17s and 19 barrel lugs are compatible in Gen 5, you can do this. And
it looks like the dust cover goes a little bit past the ramjet.
It's the angle. It's because it cuts backwards. If you're looking at it like let me see.
But the slant ends up in the dust cover, like
yeah,
right on the edge of it. But if you look at it, look at the cuts too. The cuts are really, really similar to the cut on the ramjet, like almost exactly. It's like it wants to fit it.
Why is it not showing me for real?
Like that corner cut right there. It's like it goes up into it. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Sorry,
like they knew somebody was going to do that or something.
I know, right? It does. It looks like it was planned. You know, that in itself is evidence of a creator. Because we, anyway. All right, let me pull up this other one right here. Oh, no. I should probably just keep a picture of that handy since I'm going to be talking about it so freaking much. So let's see.
Wow. I found a 17 Gen 5 frame available for the low price of $250.
$250?
$250.
Hey, can you show frames on here or no?
No.
Really? That's gay.
Yeah, very, very gay. They actually, dude, I don't know if you knew, they changed their policies and guidelines to where you can't even show accessories. Dude, careful, bro. Careful. I'm telling you, dude, Rich held up a magazine and they took down a stream. I held up
a picture.
slide. No, it was just a magazine. No, an AR mag, like a magazine.
Yeah, had like a picture of a gun on it.
No, like an AR magazine.
Like a magazine, like you love.
Like a magazine. So it's also now so one of the issues was that so I got canned holding up a slide. I held up a Glock slide, got the stream taken down.
Hey, you know what's better? Rumble.
Same thing. Yes, absolutely. And that's why we're going to be doing most stuff on Rumble. Putang! Great to see you, Putang. Blessings to you, my friend. So the Putang, I want to make sure that you and Red Dawn get connected, or him and Mike get connected, because it would be a really good idea for Gideon to be featured on his channel as well. And I've meant to connect you guys over and over. Red Dawn is growing like crazy, way faster than I did. And Fish, we're here to talk about Hollow Sun. But
Fish has a hollow sun.
He does. He does indeed.
He's getting rid of it.
So, okay, all right, let's go back a little bit. So we talked about Radiant Ramjet. Hot or not, Goon Beam.
Hot.
The hottest.
Literally,
that's why we
the
sell
hottest.
The hottest that you can find, dude. Like, Goon Beam, you changed my life when it comes to lights on firearms.
Straight up.
Like, you really changed the stress of finding a light that works. Like,
and that you can trust. It's not going to break. Dude, Goon Beam cured my diabetes. I'm just saying, that's not healthy.
Cured my pre-diabetes.
Smoking. Straight up. The only people that speak negatively about Goon Beam are people that do not own Goon Beams. Straight up.
You'd have to be a clown. Like, look at how I beat this thing up. It's dropped on concrete countless times.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude, I got to grab my
There's not a mark on the glass.
I actually, I haven't really beat this one up too bad. This one is honestly.
I need the assault light and one more rifle light.
It's got a little bit of love to it, but it's not that bad.
I don't have that one.
Dude, this one is the light tap one. It's you don't have to click it. So Goon Beam, yeah. The only people, like I said, that speak poorly about Goon Beam are people that do not own a Goon Beam. And if you are buying Surefire stuff, you must give Goon Beam a chance, okay? Because the fact that there's people out there that are dedicated to having a negative impact on his business just frustrates me. You know what I mean? But I will say, with all this stuff about those people saying Goon Beams can't be sold on this, and Goon Beams can't even be, advertised on this, guess what? Goon Beam is too busy to go in there and comment because of the massive influx of orders that he's received by people coming to his website because of the hate that they're casting on him.
So
I'm just saying.
What happened? I don't even know what happened.
A moderator posted on one of the
90% of the comments were like, "It's called Goon." Got such a goon name.
On what?
It's like I love
On
the name
Reddit.
Goonbeam.
Oh,
Dude.
Reddit. Okay.
People are stupid on Reddit though.
Goonbeam hurts in a dark room with white walls. It ain't no joke. Absolutely. Yeah. It's I feel like they should come with like the sound of a flamethrower when you turn it on. Like when you take out your light and you're like, oh yeah, let me just shine this light. Like it's just so ungodly bright. It's incredible. But yeah, the only time I do not use a goon beam is if there is something specifically that he does not offer, right? Like the TLR7 HLX, like you know what I mean? It's just like something that, and guess what? If he did, I would take his in a heartbeat over Streamlights, over Surefires, over mods, over clouds.
Yeah, I
All
was
that.
asking a
I
while
might
back.
just send you my Streamlights and ask you to goon them up.
I mean, he wouldn't be totally opposed to that. He is as a self-proclaimed flashlight
So
nerd.
the EDC Extreme is 22,000. Yeah, 2,200 lumens and 55,000 candela. 2,200 lumens, 55,000 candela.
Techno, what up? Yeah, it's crazy. Dude, you know what? I'll actually show you this. I came outside today, and it's funny, this is turning into a Goonbeam commercial, but check this out. I came outside, and there was some fog, and this is the picture that I took.
Nice.
Dude, it's like a bat signal. Like, that is insanity, dude. And it doesn't do it much justice, but like that is shining up to the clouds, dude. It
does.
Crazy. It's insane.
I have literally lit up clouds with my goon beams.
For real. Yeah. And that's gonna be the next one there.
Ooh.
Nice.
Super dookie.
Is that what you're doing with the 11.5? That right
No,
there?
no, that's a funny thing. That's actually a factory Super Duty. They did in the Tiffany blue, teal, whatever color. Somebody just added a bunch of purple, which is actually kind of dope. I would totally rock that, but no, I haven't even landed on anything with it. I've been too distracted. It's been kind of crazy.
Well, I can tell you what my next purchase is.
Hey, Fat Tack holster, hot or not? Oh, mine's on the side of the room. Super hot.
Thanks, Paul.
So hot that I can't keep my pretty little hands off.
I can't show you mine because it's got a pistol.
You got another one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got two, son.
That's the older one.
Yeah, I got the 43X one, and I got the 19 with the TLR11. TLR11. Okay. 1911s, hot or not?
Not.
Hot. 1911s are not hot?
No.
What?
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. There you go. Sorry, Red On, you were saying?
There'd be no 2011s without 1911.
Which are also not hot.
Also not hot. Hot take. 2011s, not hot.
Not hot.
Say it. Look, the only 2011s that I think are hot would
just use them responsibly.
Popularity doesn't equal hotness, right?
True.
And I think that's a thing that like does it appear hot by like how frequently they're used, the videos that we see, the blah blah blah. Yes, they would appear hot, but that doesn't adaptation of something doesn't necessarily mean hotness.
I mean, I still think you get a level of performance out of them that you don't get from anything else. So,
from most things, I agree. Yeah, and as long as there is a firing pin safety, I'm down with 2011s. But hang on, DLD. There's a trigger safety. There's a dang old whippersnapper in the back of that thing. There's a whatchamacallit, a dang old lemon squeezer. There's a beaver tail safety. There's a manual safety. How in the world is that gun not safe?
Because there's no internal safety.
Yeah, if it's based on a 70 series design. And this is why, dude, if we look back through the, last century, dudes in the military did not carry their gun hot.
Do you
They
guys know what John Moses Browning just did in his grave?
probably nothing.
He just rolled over.
Because he's a corpse. He's corpse. No, I mean, I get it. And I know, look, John Moses Browning, please forgive me because you did some great stuff. Okay. But the M2, the Ma Deuce, hot or not?
Somebody say not hot, please. I wish someone would say the Ma Deuce is not hot.
It's hot.
The Ma Deuce is
So,
the ultimate hot.
All right, I'll say this. For fire superiority, for violence of action, for ballistic efficiency, man, it is an incredible piece of equipment. But I hear nothing from dudes that actually use them in combat. I hear nothing but problems constantly. But I mean, they're still using it. They're still fielding it. It's still out there all over the place. Cartels got them. If the cartels got them, they must be good because they got them from the United States government. By the way, your government hates you once you're dead. Anyway, sorry. Somebody else think of some stuff.
Not compared to the A10 Warthog, according to G23. A10 Warthog.
Absolutely. Yes. A10 Warthog. It's overqualified for the list. Ooh, Joe said not hot.
I saw that.
Dang. Fast and Furious. Yes, sir. You know. Ooh, Rip Curl said 1911s and 2011s are hot. Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't allow hate speaks here.
Somebody time fish out. I'm a moderator, actually. I can time them out.
No, we don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
3D printed laws, hot or not? So it's actually not laws. But so okay. 3D printing of firearms. You know what? Not even just firearms. 3D printers.
Hot. Are you asking?
Yeah, hot or not?
Oh, I guess they're kind of hot. I don't know. I've never used one.
Hot.
Yeah.
Extra.
They gave us the capability of Chinamen on your countertop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there's
an
also
army of 12-year-old Chinamen now exists.
They just if bamboo takes this position, and I'll have to literally I'll either jailbreak the machine and print from an SD card for the rest of my life, or get different printers. And I'm just saying, 4473 to get a 3D printer, hot or not? Yo,
hot.
Anything that stands in between you and the ability to arm yourself as quickly as you choose to is an infringement and is infringing upon the natural rights that are given to you by your God. Yep. By your God, not by government, not by man. It's not a privilege. These are natural rights given to you by God. And the interesting thing about all this, the Constitution is supposed to protect those natural rights. The job of the federal government is to literally ensure that these states are not encroaching on those natural rights that the Constitution, right, is supposed to protect. That is a limitation on the government. Now,
what are they going to ban next? Forges?
Probably. Those politicians, all those dirtbag politicians, guess what? When they put their hand on the Bible, and I know not all of them put their hand on the Bible, right? But when they put their hand on the Bible and they swear to God to defend and uphold that Constitution, the same Constitution that's supposed to be protecting
is a liar.
Are we going to get into it? Tuskegee Airmen, hot or not?
They were burning.
They were burning up. Ugh. Oh, Project Bluebeam, hot or not? Okay, all right. Sorry, we'll stop.
Hot if you know about it.
Glock 43X, hot or not?
Oh, hot.
Hot.
But show is Shield Plus.
Yeah. Oh, the Shield.
Smith
Oh, I was
and
thinking
Wesson.
Shield Arms. You're talking
Smith-
Smith and Wesson Shield Plus.
Yeah.
You go first.
Hot. Yeah.
Hot.
Say
You're
hot.
talking the Shield as like the single stack.
Yeah, like the Shield Plus that holds 15 rounds.
Yeah, the plus.
Oh, the plus. Okay. I guess I'll say hot for the EZ. I'm going to
The
say
EZ
not
is hot
hot.
for women.
Easy?
That's a great gun.
So that's what I was going to say. I'm going to say not
Oh.
hot. However, for women shooters, youth shooters, shooters with
The bad
restricted
thing about it
movement
though
and
is that it
strength.
has that backstrap safety, which sucks.
a dang old whippersnapper lemon squeezer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't like disrupt anything. I
Sure.
feel like I don't
If
prefer
you-
them, but
If you get a hold of it in a situation where you had to actually discharge firearm and you didn't have a good enough grip on it, you couldn't shoot it. You'd have
Electrical
to.
tape.
I mean,
Electrical
you could,
tape.
yeah. Or pin it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's
Or just don't make a gun with a grip safety. Whatever.
yeah, I like that. I prefer that. Yeah.
Palmetto State Armory, hot or not?
Well, in my mind now, they're not.
Yeah,
Not. Okay. For everyone out there listening, don't just rage click off, okay? Hold on. We already lost one. All right, hang on.
He wasn't worried about 1911s.
Yeah. What did you say about my... We're not talking about anything about the performance or the quality or the price or the... We're not talking about that at all. As a company, their core values and lack of morals, that is
Personal.
what I'm referring to when I say not... You know what? Yeah, it's a
I think they're
personal
doing
decision.
I really do think they're trying to do too much. And
I don't think there is too much.
of their business
No,
model.
no. As far as that goes, I'm cool with them. As far as like their ability to, come out with cool stuff and all that. Yeah, that's cool. But how are they doing it? Is it my problem? And that, like you said, the personal situation that we heard about or whatever, it just sucks. I know you can't
I'll
really
say
talk about it, so.
that we know about, because if we say hear about, then
Well, yeah.
they'll be like, but
Well, I
yeah,
heard about it. You actually know about it, so
that's true. That's true. So, and it's guys. I'm sorry. It's one of those things that we just can't talk about. And trust, if we could, we would. But yeah, I mean, 3 world wars. Yeah, the sad thing is that, like, I love what they say the company stands for, and I don't think there is like a too much when it comes to arming the public with as many affordable modern firearm options as possible. I think that's great.
I think going the AKs need something.
The AKs are not up to par for sure.
No.
But I think
I've always heard that. I've
found-
never messed with them, but I have always heard that as well.
Yeah, I think
Josh
in their
was an
defense,
AK guy, and he was
They
like,
sh-
"Man, those are trash."
They
Yeah.
shoot like trash.
they are so. In their defense, and here I am coming to defend a company that I said I, disagree with their core values and integrity or lack of integrity. Excuse me. But I'll say this. They saw a need in the firearm community, and they said, okay, all of these guns are now sanctioned and cannot come into the country anymore, and they are either completely impossible to get or they are way too expensive, and or both, right? So let's fill this gap in the community, and they did. Did they do it at the highest level possible? Are they going to probably get better at it? Probably, But then I would also expect their AR stuff to improve over the years, and I mean,
It has improved. They just found other people to make everything.
that's what I was going to say. They're just using other people's stuff. Check out this Palmetto State Armory with an FN barrel and everything else.
Well, I mean, B&T just did the same thing, right? Look at this new B&T rifle. It is a Geisley Super Duty with our handgun
Oh, I'm not even hip. I didn't even know that.
for an
Is that-
extra $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about from Shot. right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole gun is a Geisley Super Duty.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But you know,
B&T, you're
to
still super hot though.
B&T is, dude, did you see their B&T TP9 Pro?
Mm.
Ooh, I haven't seen the Pro.
Dude, okay, remember the Uzi, prolific firearm, like one of the most prolific submachine guns or subguns in existence. They came out with the Uzi Pro and destroyed what I think of in Uzi like forever. The Uzi Pro was the biggest just like abortion of a firearm design. It was terrible. It was terrible. Sorry, that was bad. I shouldn't have said that. But the B&T TP9 Pro, they knocked it out of the park. The biggest thing, the biggest question I had, and shout out to Fish for him telling me, the biggest question I had was, did they improve the trigger? And the answer, sir, is yes. Did they remove the like charging handle that you could literally snap on accident in the back? Yes, it's a side charger, front charger now. Okay, Sandwich Chef, SIG 320 pre-upgrade, hot or not?
No.
Would you guys carry a 320?
Heck no.
No, I wouldn't even own one. Actually,
Exactly.
I got rid of mine.
If you did not have access to any other firearm in existence and you
Yes,
only had a
that's
320,
the only thing that shot bullets. I'm taking it. Yeah.
You know, sharp pointy sticks work too, you know.
yeah, rocks are great. Rocks have been working since the beginning of time.
No, I'm taking
You know,
that
David and Goliath
320.
had a slingshot, you know.
Ooh, that's true. That's true. Big fish, little bout. Gun stickers on cars. Hot or not?
Absolutely
Gun
not.
sticker. Oh, you mean like yeah, no.
Like Magpul stickers on
No,
cars.
heck
Okay,
no.
so I'm going to say absolutely not at all whatsoever. Let
In
me
case-
ask you guys this
You
though.
might as well get a sign on the back that says, "In case you want to steal, break this glass."
Yeah, break glass in case of, Let me ask you guys this. Do either of you have anything at all firearm related on the outside of your vehicle? Anything at all?
Negative.
Caution, baby on board. That might
Okay.
give it away.
Your baby could be your new Gen 5 or your Super Duty. That's your baby.
Or like, if you run into this car with my babies in it, it
You're
might be a
getting
bad day for all of us.
burnt up. Yeah. So
I don't know that.
ooh, ICE returning my stolen TP9, hot or not?
Bro,
Oh,
the hottest.
dude, I can think of nothing hotter right now. I'm
That is
so hot
amazing.
that it's making me moist. Yeah, so we're not saying that the PSA AKs don't shoot well, for sure. And I don't mean to deuce on anyone that has them.
They
What I'm
definitely
saying
don't
is
shoot
that
well. They may shoot. They don't shoot like a real AK. They don't shoot like a real AK.
the biggest issue is longevity. There,
Bro, the action is so rough when you fire compared to like a Zastava.
Can you
I've
show
got 'em.
maybe I'm spoiled with my Bulgarian Krink and my Polish underfolder and my Romanian Draco. Can I show?
show
Yeah, I can
video
show.
of somebody shooting?
What kind of, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see.
Let's see. This is the last thing one of Josh got when I was when he was still on the channel.
Is
All right,
that
guys, so
the
we're out here at the range today, and we actually brought out
The Scorpion.
TP9N.
it's
Now,
the
this
TP9?
doesn't come in the United States
Yeah,
like
the
this. It
grip
actually
looks like the
comes
Scorpion
minus
grip.
the stock and minus the foregrip. Now, I did Form 1 this, and it is a legal SBR now. I think it's stupid, but it is legal. We've outfitted it with a EOTech, and I put a custom Smith
I think it's fire.
mag funnel, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, TP9N.
I
This
love
is a
mag
legal
funnels.
SBR. Like I said, I think it's stupid, but it's legal. We're gonna shoot it.
I'll pay $200 for a cool factor.
Mm-hmm. He got the suppressor for it too. I don't think we ever did one though.
The B&T suppressor.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'll tell you what, man. The trigger on those things is rough.
Yeah,
like
super
that is just proof that it was made to be a full auto submachine gun, because you're not made to pull the trigger more than once per you know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's back up a little bit. Definition knives, hot or not?
I don't know, man.
I've heard way too many great things about that knife company that it's almost too good to be true, you know? It's like almost like difficult to believe. I mean, the fact that you could get, like, let's say like a knife like this and it's only $59 with an 8CR13 MOV steel blade and an action that smooth. It's like, is it even trustworthy?
Or like this.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, dude, look at this action. Like, how could you even trust a company that smooth? You know, I heard that instead of using like regular screws and bolsters, they say they put copper discs and steel ball bearings in there. Like for 59
you can tell by the feel for sure.
Yeah. No, they're great. They're great. I absolutely love it. Definition knives.
Springfield Echelon, hot or not?
I'm gonna say hot, but I'm gonna say hot. Yeah.
Go ahead, Redon. Go ahead.
I'm waiting to be the tiebreaker.
Not. I'm sorry. Not.
I'm gonna say hot.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new little one, but the one I have is very hot. If you shot it.
Yeah, I had it. I shot it. It's good.
Co-pilot. Rare and unavailable. Sold out everywhere. Couldn't get one if you wanted to. That's actually true. But apparently you can like accidentally purchase a co-pilot right now, but please don't, because they're out of sale or they're out of stock, but somehow you can still buy them. I have no idea. I'm craving.
I put that video up.
Oh, that sounds good.
I was thinking I didn't have that video up, but I did. I put it up. It's pretty good. I like it. I don't mind it. Do I think it's the Glock killer? Absolutely not. Do I think it's a good for the money firearm? Yes, except for one exception. When they have the you can over insert their mags and make them stick inside the magazine, and it kind of sucks because it jams up your firearm.
But if it's something that's good for the money, then it would have to be something that would be cheaper than what you could get for the same dollar value. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they have really good.
I just don't understand how it over inserts. Doesn't the magazine catch?
No, they're using their base plates to catch at the bottom versus it being a metal dent or whatever to catch the magazine.
Yeah, like
there's a hole in the center of the mag where it catches.
It still goes past it, though.
It will go past it if it's allowed.
Really?
Like it's not solid like a Glock one is or whatever. It literally will go past it if you shove it hard enough.
Similar to SIG 320s. Yeah.
Except for you were saying they were breaking off or whatever or bending.
It'll bend completely up and it will not allow you to close. I never
did it hard enough for it to bend. I did it hard enough to where I know it got stuck. But other than that, I didn't do it hard enough to get it where make it bend or anything. Dang. So it wasn't like inoperable.
So if you do it lightly and it clicks into the mag,
it stays. It's good to go. But let's see, if you're reloading, wham, wham. Nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah. I often found myself over inserting in different areas of my life.
Yeah.
That's how I got through
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Frag Out Firearms, Frag Out Design Studios, hot or not?
Hot from what I can tell.
So hot. Crazy hot. Stupid hot. Like, for basically the cost of a normal gun, you're getting an engraved Cerakoted gun. Like, what? Dude, how is he selling those Glocks for like $5.99? Like, that does not make sense to me.
I have the perfect thing for him to do too. We'll have to talk, Frag.
I got one. Mechanics. Hot or not?
Not.
None of them.
Nothing made turkey. Maybe the TTI Combat is pretty hot, a little bit hot. But
it's the same though. It's the same thing as like the Rival or whatever they call them or whatever. Same things.
Still Turkish.
They're all not. But guys, for people out there that like have one in their pants right now, we're not saying that they're not good, that they're not formidable defensive handguns, right? Like if I were to say aim point hot or not right now, I would probably say not hot. Does that mean that it's not excellent? Dude, so let's go back. Before the COA, where you been at, dog? Like if you ran into aim point at a party, you'd be like, dude, where have you been? Are you okay? You know, like
it's kind of like Glock, like
yeah, but you did that one thing years ago. You did the one thing. You did.
They're gonna say we've been on every service rifle ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, fulfilling Leos all over the world.
I feel like that's the same argument as people that are like, Glock has been making the same pistol for 30 years.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like I would like to see more. Okay, let me ask you this. Aside from the acro being like a small bathtub on your gun slide, and aside from the COA coming out, would you guys have been interested in? I know you're on your closed emitter kick, so let's just say just bear with me. If you would have seen Aimpoint come out with an RMR cut pistol optic and an RMSC cut pistol optic and doctor cut, you know what I mean? Like more things that like the industry is doing, wouldn't that have at least like kept them a little bit more relevant, and wouldn't it have excited you, or at least piqued like interest in like, wow, I want to look at what they're doing?
To be honest with you, Hollison has done a lot of stuff that, whether it be good or not, has done a lot of stuff that was just like, I never would have thought that would happen. Like the whole thing, regardless whether it's good or not, the thermal stuff and the night vision, like on the optics, like nobody's doing that. They're the ones that do that, whether it's good or not. They're the ones that are actually pushing the envelope and doing stuff like that. So, I mean, at least they're trying.
Blink twice if you need help. Yeah, dude. Aimpoint T1, Aimpoint T2. They're excellent, dude. Okay, almost like all the Unity Fast risers. What are like almost all of them in? The T1 micro T2 footprint. Yeah, T1, T2 footprint. Like, I'm not saying that I'm just see, and this is hard because it's like adaptation and like activity doesn't necessarily mean hot, right? So, I mean,
when you sit at the top of the mountain, you are hot, bro. There's everybody who has the new hotness,
I will say,
the
I
innovative,
agree with you.
They would trade it in for an aim point tomorrow.
I agree. I would have to agree with you. If you make stuff that you know is just going to work,
it's
the same argument for Glock. If you make stuff you know is going to work, it's not.
But I mean, they changed some things, and I guess Aimpoint has changed some things as well. I really would have liked to see a little bit more. Like they weren't even like a player in the like RMR, Doctor Cut and RMSC Cut game like at all. And I didn't expect. This is the sad thing. I did not even expect to see something from them, right? Like if we were looking at like optics that came out over the last 3 years, would you guys
SCS is one of the best ones that ever came out.
All right, people think
SCS.
SCS, yeah.
I think it's one of the best ones.
I agree.
People think that the Trujicon RMR is like a highly durable red dot.
I believe it is.
Not compared to an acro, the micro one, the mailbox. It's definitely not as durable as that red dot.
Really? I don't know. I mean, I've never.
So how do you mean? Just to make sure I understand what you're saying.
I guess I've just seen more RMRs break, and I've seen people with broken ones, and I've seen people drop those acros on concrete and has barely a scratch on it, and it's fine. I've seen people drop RMRs on concrete and break.
What
I mean,
breaks
I
on
think
it?
the design alone is more durable. You could throw it in a mud pile, pull it out, wipe it real quick, and be back shooting with it. But it
But
just the design in general isn't. It's not as durable as the Acro.
what breaks on the RMRs? I haven't seen that.
Glass.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't personally seen that. I mean, I do, of course, like the enclosed optics keeps the emitter safe, and the emitter and the glass is what, compromises the unit. Because
How
even
many
if
panes of glass are on an Acro?
more than the RMR,
By how many?
I think it's actually more than two. I think it's dual. I think it's dual
Four.
on each side. Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dual glass on each side. Has 4 panes of glass.
But not on the COA.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it does or it doesn't.
So Rebel brings up the EPS. So here's something that I'm curious about.
I'm telling you. I would take an Acro on a pistol before I put an RMR on it all day.
An
He said,
EPS? I
"This
don't even know.
dude's tripping. Come on, Roho Don, Roho Don." That's funny. You're wrong. The Acro has gotten a lot of flack. Well, we're gonna need a little more, info than that. Holosun EPS is like a little tank. So here's something that I'm really curious about. We were talking earlier today, and I was asking someone that has a bunch of EPSs. So apparently, the Holosun EPS was actually removed from a whole bunch of law enforcement agencies' approved carry optic lists. So they will not allow their Leos to carry Holosun EPSs and EPS carries. And I'm like, okay, I want to know. And the person we were talking to said there are some accounts of people saying that, fog, moisture, and stuff like that would get inside, but I haven't seen a whole lot of that. So I'm like, why would a bunch of law enforcement agencies take the EPS off the approved carry optic list unless it was like some political thing or something like that? Maybe they wanted those inferior RMRs.
What
You think, Red Dawn? I'm just kidding.
What do you think
I
about
never said the EPS was better than the RMR.
It's enclosed. It's got to be better,
That's
but
still,
because math.
what do you think about the O-Sight from Olight?
Next. Well, okay. So, what do I think? Genuinely, or are we hot or not? Or are we just
They
talking?
look really nice. I was at the range and there's a guy. He was a TikToker, and he said Olight sent him 3 of them. So he had every model. There's 3 models now, and they look really nice. But I don't know. I just don't mess with Olight. I don't
mess with Olight either.
Nah.
Douglas Boying, good to see you. It's funny, we are talking about Holosun again. This is so crazy. It's just stuff that comes up in the gun where it's like, oh, you're talking about Glock again. You know what I mean?
I think, and not just because Putang's in here and I want to work with them, but the new stuff that Gideon's putting out is fire.
Dude, the old stuff is incredible.
The new stuff is real hot.
I need one of those Valors. I would literally place the Valor on this Glock 48 or 43X, probably the 48, and directly insert it into my pants, Putang. If you want that Valor in my pants, you let me know whenever they're available. I'd actually purchase it too. I just really want one badly. I've seen a few EPS troubles. Olight is booty juice. Olight, when we're talking about hot or not, they're the not in every category. Doesn't mean they don't work. It doesn't mean their lights don't work. Doesn't mean their optics don't work. I just think they're booty juice.
Yeah, it does. But anyway.
Yeah, that Valor is hot.
Okay, you want to see this? This is funny. This is a buddy of mine, TN Tactical here. This is really funny. Explosion!
Dude, hit the glass.
Yeah.
Hey,
Is that a hollow, son?
no,
No, it's
that's
Olight.
Oh.
So that's not the only. He's wiping glass off of his face. That is not the only optic to experience.
I
that.
felt a piece of glass hit me in the face as I was doing that last mag dump. I thought it was like ricochet or something.
Where's your front sight, dog?
What the?
He just uses that pistol to test.
Is that a
lights or-
P320?
No,
it's a dagger.
He uses it to test like dots and stuff. So he uses it to like shoot a lot and then break them, throw them on the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
what's up.
that whole video, dude, is hilarious, and how hilariously bad it is.
Yeah.
And he's done 3 of them. So he did this one. They sent him another one. It broke. Then he asked for another one to do another thing on. And because he put these videos out, they were like, no, we're not giving you another one. And so he's like, fine, I'll buy it myself. So he bought it to do another one on. And what's really funny is he put so on the website, when you buy them, you can have something engraved on them for like $5. And he got Olight O Trash engraved on it from the factory or from the website.
Wow.
And it come to him like it said it right on the side.
That is incredible. I would order one just for that. The people in the factory were probably like, "Hey, check this out. This is hilarious." They don't care.
It comes out tomorrow. I think his next video with that one that says Olight O Trash on it, it comes out tomorrow.
So check out TN Tactical. That's awesome. Okay. Laney Scott says, everyone is too agreeable. Bring on dust. Rebel Spirit says, I think the basic EPS that has no solar window has battery drain. I have one without a solar window and have to change the battery monthly. What? Monthly? What is this? 1992? Solar window one doesn't have that problem.
While we're talking about stuff like this, what about what was that company called?
I disagree.
Enforce.
Enforce? Okay. Yeah. What about
lights? Enforce lights? Hot or not?
Not.
I'm gonna agree because
too far behind.
Dude, I had a they sent this to me, right? They sent it to me, and it was a light that you put your thumb on. Basically, it was like slanted up. You put your thumb on it, that kind of thing.
Yep.
I have one.
That dude, it drains batteries like in 2 days. You put 2 CR123s in there or whatever, dead in like 2-3 days minimum.
And they had such a great opportunity because like the way and I'm not trying to be like, shallow.
I
the
put it
way
on the
they
internet.
look.
I said, look, they sent this to me, but this is the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen in my life. Don't buy one of these.
Dang. That's how you got to do it, though. You got to keep it
I got to say, the one I have does not drain batteries.
Mine does. And
I've had the same batteries in it for a couple of years.
And he said
could be like
that either. It could be
different generations, or it could be fluke, could be different generations. But
I don't know why it would. Like, it doesn't make any sense why it would.
They missed such an excellent opportunity because their lights actually look really dope. But the performance of them, the color of them, the spill, the hotspot, like everything is bad about them.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Are they usable? Like if I were to like pick up someone else's rifle with an M-Force light on it, and yeah, of course they're, but it's like I honestly, I would rather run a Gen 1 Glock yellow 80 lumen light. You remember the old school ones that you just pull down the plastic?
I would rather run a no light.
I would rather run a no light.
No light.
Putang says getting optics sucks. So, obviously, he's joking because he is getting optics. But getting optics, hot or not?
Oh, hot. Hot for everything they're doing right now.
Crazy hot, also, especially for the price.
Another reason
LPVO, the new one, the Valor, the Mediator.
He said, "I don't even get a Valor, Dark." Here's what I'll say. Okay, I'll say this. So backing up, since the inception of Gideon Optics, y'all know that I may not shoot like a crazy amount, but I shoot at least a couple thousand rounds a month. Okay, I have shot. So I currently have the Judge on my Glock 48. I have the Alpha. I have the Omega. I have the 2 Mediators. I have the Advocate. I have the 1 to 10, which I forgot what it's called. And
That's funny.
yeah, AI be doing that. I got the
Did you see what
another.
Butane just said?
What's that? All cast members win a Valor Mini when they come back in next month.
Cool.
Sick.
All cast members win a Valor
Well,
Mini.
part of cast members.
Are we? Is he talking about like panel members like us?
Hope so.
I believe we are the cast of this show.
Get on the camera, Bob. Yeah, we don't drop the link here anymore. I've learned too many lessons about dropping the link, dude. Like all of a sudden you get someone to come on and you go, "What's up? I just wanted to talk about something that you said 6 months ago on
We are
the
gonna do this.
with
I don't even know how to do that.
you turn
It's
off
called
the
Stop
camera.
Cam.
Oh, okay. I'll do it too.
You said that you disagreed fundamentally with NAR, North American Rescue, and the
Hey, you're gay.
laws. I'm sorry. I'm not done with my thought. Are we just going to reduce ourselves to interruptions now?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that I would be dealing with. 7 months, 3 days, and 2 hours ago, you said that you didn't like to use Ranger bands on your, like, come on, bro. Stop it.
Ranger beads.
I'll tell you what,
Maybe.
if I get an extra one, I'll give one away. He said, "Yeah, you jagoffs. If I get an extra one, I'll give one away." And hold on, I didn't finish my count.
That Valor's going on
Hold
my
on.
EDC.
What else? I got more. 2 Mediators. Alpha. So I have at least. Oh, I have another judge. So I have at least 8 Gideon optics that I can think of right now, and I have run all of them except. Oh no!
I got one sitting behind me.
It's the 1X. It's the Advocate. Dang it. Anyway, I have run all of them except one. I have not run the 1 to 10 scope, which actually seems like incredibly solid. I just haven't taken my dad's 308 out. That's the only thing I haven't done. Aside from that, I have run all of them, and all of them have run flawlessly. No problems.
I've seriously
all
never had a
solid.
problem at any of them.
Yeah.
But that reminds me. So Fat Tack is doing this thing where if you text a number, and I can't remember the number, I'll put it in chat or something like that. But basically, if you text this number, it enters you to win over $1,000 on the site. And because it's our anniversary, February 16th is our anniversary that we opened up for a year.
Nice.
And so if you text this number, which I'll put it in chat, you will be entered in to win over $1,000 on the website. No purchase necessary at all. And the first 100 people get 15% off their next purchase.
He said, "Stop begging for the link. Promotion ended." Sorry, chat. Yeah. Dude, I'm not trying to like prevent anyone else from getting stuff. I'm just saying it'll get too messy if I throw the link out there and people that will max out to 10 people or whatever it is on here. And I'm not going to make Putin give away 10 optics. Giving away 3 optics is crazy. It's crazy enough.
You have to text Jenny to 867-5309.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Jenny from the block, right?
Text this number. 1-800.
All right, we need to do the thing. Sorry, my bad. I got any other hot or nots? OC spray, hot or not?
Hot.
Spicy
very hot. It burns. It's hot, and it's hot for sure.
I just dropped you can't even put it in there. Why can't you put stuff in there?
You got to be a mod. Drop it in the private chat.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, and Red Dawn will do it. Typical tease. Mike Jones. 800-4.
So if you text this number, it'll put you in enter to win $1,000 over $1,000 on our website, and you get 15%.
Oh, you're talking about $1,000 credit to purchase stuff on your website. Okay, that's dope. By the way, that's awesome.
So that's holsters, that's Gideon optics, that's belts, that's prime armor, that's whatever you want to buy. $1,000. Oh, it's actually over $1,000.
If
what
I
do
had
you have to, what do you have to
$1,000,
text? Anything?
The number. You just text the word giveaway.
Okay.
I'm about to do that right now. And you know what? If
The first 100 people get 15% off the next purchase too. So that's also included. Yeah.
1-866-535 for the people on audio only. 01166. Is it giveaway in any kind of special way?
No, just giveaway.
All caps?
Yep.
Yes, all caps?
Yeah, it's fine.
All lowercase.
Fat Tech reply with date of birth, month, date, year to continue receiving automated message. You got to be 21 or older?
I think it's just for the site.
I'm just kidding. All right. My birthday is February 3rd, 1943.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask this. Okay. Before we get to the 3D2A stuff, sorry that we took so long, guys. You can blame Crump for turning off my live stream. Sorry, I forgot for a second. Suppressors on pistols.
Nah.
On 22s, sure.
But as far as like the actual application of, so I used to think suppressors on pistols were like the hottest thing, the coolest thing, like just like a tactical dream of just pa-choom, 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 pa-choom. I mean, so cool, right?
I mean, it can be quiet, but, dude.
It's fun and quiet, but from like an actual application of like, let's call it getting work done as a civilian.
No, impossible.
Luigi Mangione?
Mangione. I'll tell you what. I mean, there's been a couple times where I'm like, yo, I could literally throw the can on my Beretta with that 30 round mag and then throw some 550 cord through the whatchamacallit on the back, the lanyard loop on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw that thing under a jacket and I'll roll around with that. I mean, it's usable.
Suppressors on a pistol in a chassis.
Totally different thing, because that's basically like a sub gun.
Yeah.
I would have to say not hot.
Yeah, different.
So I'll say this, and then we'll get into the 2A 3D stuff. I mentioned the other day, I was like, remind me to tell you guys what some dudes are doing like in urban areas, because I want to make sure people are like being as safe as they possibly can be. I need to ice my arm again. Hold on. Oh, dude.
Did that pop just now?
Yeah, like 3 times. It was like, Joe Morris, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So, okay. So, the thing that I've been seeing is, so a lot of times, like when you're in the hood or more urban areas, dudes are rocking like Glocks with sticks or like, with drums or whatever. And they'll literally put like the Glock in their pocket with the 33 round magazine sticking out. And they always call them 30s, or people will call them 31 round magazines because they don't know that it's a 31 with a +2 extension on it.
Yeah.
Lord forgive them, for they know not what they do.
And
yeah, they're 33 round magazines. That's what I mean, there are 30 round mags out there. You can pop that +2 off. You can run a flat base plate on it, get 31 rounds in there, whatever. But they're 33 round mags. Anyway, for a long time, dudes were literally rocking a Glock in their pocket with a 33 round mag sticking out and, cover it with their shirt or whatever. The days of dudes just kind of covering, putting them in their waistband are kind of over, because also if you're wearing like basketball shorts or whatever, it can just kind of slip through, So what people are doing is they're taking like lanyards for like keys. So like, those like Nike lanyards that like you put your keys on and stuff, Adidas ones, or just like whatever, like off-brand ones. They're taking those and then they're looping the key ring through the lanyard loop on the Glock or on other firearms too. And then they're throwing it like over their neck and then putting like a hoodie over it. So they literally, or they'll slide it through their arm like a sling and then put on like a hoodie over it. So it's dangling from their armpit. What they also do though is they'll literally take a gun and slide it under their armpit and pin their arm to their body, and then they'll just keep it in there like that, like totally unlike, because they don't always carry it on them. They carry it when they're like about to do something, or like whatever. It seems some dudes just always keep it on them or right next to them or with them, but they don't carry like we do. And by they, I mean dudes in the hood. I'm not talking about just black folks or white folks or Spanish folks or whatever. I'm talking about dudes that are in urban areas that are more likely to commit crime, when they're tucking.
Videos of people walking up and being like, "Hey, you got your stuff on you," and they point at them.
What do you mean?
So there's like videos all over, like shorts and everything all over YouTube. These guys will just like roll up next to somebody that they could be walking down the street or whatever, and they just pull their pistol out and they point at them and say, "Hey, you got your stuff on you? Hey, you got your stuff on you? Or I might catch you slipping," or something like that. And they just straight up pointed at them. And they're
Just
like, "You got yours?" And they're like, "Yeah, I got mine." And they pull it out and they point it back at them. And it's just like,
what, like just as like friends to like a friendly strap check?
Yeah.
Yo,
but they're pointing it at them.
I mean, dude, they don't. People
I would say don't tell them not to. I think we should encourage this behavior.
You're breaking some of the core rules here.
Yeah.
Dude, my 8-year-old.
It's kind of like what's it called?
The Darwin.
Darwin
Award.
Bro, I mean, there's also the same kind of dudes that, I mean, by that, it sounds so bad. I'm talking about people that are unfamiliar with the safety rules of safe firearm handling. They're also pointing them at their pecker and, putting their finger on the trigger. Like, I'm like, dude, with the amount of dudes that have blown their junk onto their carpet or wall by doing like this dick game, like that is insanity to me.
You see the guy that put the 43X in his holster and then bent over?
What was it again?
So this guy, I think he was like a teacher or instructor or something like that. Anyway, he was putting a 43X in his holster, appendix carrying it. And when he did it, he had an undershirt on. And he stuck it in his holster. It got in between there, and he went to go bend over to get something out of his shoe or take his shoe off or something like that. And when he bent over, it shot him, and like I don't know where it shot him at, but it shot him right in that area. And he was like, "Ah!" And he pulled it out and threw it real quick, and was like,
"Did you see the cop that was disarming that dude with the Glock 30
that's
on him?"
A humongous tragedy, bro.
Dude,
that cop is the dumbest.
Who pulled it out and shot him?
Yeah. Like, dude, being a dude that every now and then will throw a Glock 30 in my waistband, I was like, dude, that makes me a little nervous. Being a dude that has also been disarmed by a cop at least twice that
just
I can think
you're
of.
A cop doesn't mean you know what you're doing. Just because you're in the military doesn't mean you know what you're doing. I'm sorry. It just doesn't mean you know everything about guns. Doesn't mean you know how to shoot them. There's nothing. Yeah. It means nothing.
I will never. Ever.
Video was horrible.
I would never allow a police officer to disarm me again. Ever. I had a cop ask me one time. So he pulled me over, put my hands on the wheel, 10 and 2, turn the dome lights on, roll the windows down, just trying to be as respectful as possible.
Yeah.
He comes to the car. He's like, license and registration. And this is before our permits show up on the license, like the license plate. Now they know before they get to the car. And sometimes they'll be like, "Do you have your gun on you?" But I usually just still tell them just to prevent, issues.
I usually hand it to.
Yeah, you can do that too. So I got pulled off is right near my old neighborhood, which is probably why I got pulled over. And pulls me over, and I have my hands at 10 and 2, windows down, dome lights on, and it wasn't even dark, but I still did that just because it's like repetition. And then he's like, license and registration. I say, "Sure, sir, I will get you that. But just to let you know, for your safety and for my safety, I want to let you know that I have a concealed handgun permit, and I do have a loaded handgun. It is in a pocket holster. It is in my right pocket." And he's like, "Why are you carrying a gun?" And I was like,
What do you
I'm
mean?
sorry. He's like, why are you carrying a gun? I was like, are you genuinely asking me that? And I was a kid. I was, my early 20s, like fresh permit,
Yeah.
And I had another
That would have been the
encounter.
perfect time to hand him a pocket constitution.
Yeah, for real,
I'm actually
right?
that is gonna be my thing. Now, if I get pulled over, I am handing them pocket constitutions.
But
I'm
see, I
gonna buy
wasn't
some
even
just to
like,
have them.
I
for that.
wasn't even like based enough to get it at that point. You know what I mean? It was just like, I'm allowed to, dope. Because, it is just different how I grew up. Because of the proximity to Washington, D.C., it was like guns are for cops and robbers. Like that's, but I knew my dad had a gun too. So it was an interesting dynamic. But anyway, I was like, hold on, are you really asking me like why I'm carrying a gun? He's like, yes, for the third time. Why are you carrying a gun? Do you think someone's going to hurt you? Do you think someone's coming after you? Do you feel threatened? I said, sir, I'm carrying a gun because A, I'm allowed to. B, I am licensed, trained, and certified to do so. He was like, good enough. Don't touch yours. I won't touch mine. And walk back to the car. I was like, all right,
wow.
cool. Yeah. Dude,
I've-
most cops, though, are super chill.
Yeah, I've genuinely never had a problem with it. And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, it's because you're white" or whatever. But it's really, I think it's the way you act and the way you behave. Is if they honestly, like if they tell you, "Hey, get out of the car so I can do this or whatever," just get out of the car. If you're not doing anything sketchy, like it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, I've gotten out of a few tickets actually handing them my CCW.
Same.
They come back
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, "Have a good day."
Yep,
And I'm like,
same thing.
Dude, I've had
The first thing I do is exactly what you said: turn the lights on, roll all the windows down.
Yeah,
I've had
10
four
and
wheels,
2.
truck,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, and
I've
I
had
usually
cops
leave out there.
literally say, thank you for carrying your gun. Like, thank you for carrying it.
Same. I pull it out. I hand them the license, the register, not the license registration, but the license and the gun permit. Hand them both to them, and I'm like, "Here you go, man." And they see it. They look at it like, "You got it on you?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're, all right, cool. They just, and then usually I figured this out too. I've been keeping my registration and my insurance card on a little clipper thing that you put in like paper, not paper clips, but it's like the big metal ones. And I don't clip on the thing up there, so I just have to pull it off the thing and I hand it to him.
I should get mine out of my glove box.
How is this guy supposed to Leo things if he can't identify the target with his name on it? Binder clips, yes. All right, let's get into this. I'm sorry, and it won't be too terribly long, but I'll be real. This is important. Okay, so this network made this by. Luckily, he was this is just terribly sad. This gentleman did not feel comfortable publishing his or her or their or Z or Zer's name. So it's by anonymous author. Introduction.
On the Global Network on Extremism and Technology.
Correct.
And their symbol looks like a fingerprint.
Yes. And they're probably tracking every single person that came to the site to read this. This is about these weirdos' perception of the 3D2A community. It seems like only on Twitter, by the way. So they're only using Twitter, a place where people come to literally only not be serious. And that's how they came up with all this information. It's going to be great. I'm glad we kind of got some of the stuff out of the way before getting into this ridiculousness. Introduction. In the ever-evolving landscape of global security, guns and small munitions. Guns and small munitions are the lifeblood of political resistance. That's a really interesting. Like it almost seems like they are making that assertion for themselves, right? So just to say it again, in the ever-evolving landscape of global security, guns and small munitions are the lifeblood of political resistance.
I mean, in November, it appeared that voting was the lifeblood of political resistance.
It appeared that way, but let's let them have their dreams. I know I'll never give up my guns for anything. I'll give up my lifeblood before I give up my guns. In the United States, the Second Amendment, or 2A, they just learned that, to the Constitution gives every U.S. citizen, oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't give anything. The Constitution does not give anything. The Constitution is a limitation on government, you tard. Sorry. The Second Amendment, 2A, to the Constitution gives every U.S. citizen the right to bear arms. At a time of heightened socio-political division in the U.S., emerging technologies like 3D printing provide an avenue of accelerationist mobilization for absolutist 2A supporters. In this realm, domestic extremists have linked a constitutionalist framework to the online gun printing community. Many of these interconnected individuals and groups believe that the only way to resist the perceived anti-white globalist agenda of the ultra-liberal left is through the assembly of armed resistance that is true to the Constitution's Second Amendment. Because of loopholes in state and federal law, ridiculous, the 3D printing of weapons is largely unregulated and has gone underground. Yo, first off, that's not what going underground means. Going underground means doing something for the purpose of evading laws, rules, and restrictions. You're saying it's
their
not
definition of
regulated.
underground is just being in your house.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It's
Buying
like
shit online and being in your home using it.
it's underground. It's underground, right? And the other funny thing is that they say for I don't know where the just like white thing came from. So I, whatever.
This would maybe make more sense if probably majority, like they're already describing like right-wing people, but it's like you do realize that Donald Trump became the president, right? Like, you guys do know that, like,
well, he's white. It's the patriarchy. That's what it is. But also they say because of loopholes in state and federal law, not because it has never been illegal to build your own firearms. Not like, don't worry about that. It's because of loopholes in state and federal law. The 3D printing of weapons is largely unregulated and has gone underground, supplemented by unmoderated content on social media platform X. Bro, you spent a day on Twitter and you think you know what's up. Come on. Despite some U.S. lawmakers recently taking action to try and ban the production of untraceable, quote, ghost guns using 3D printers, the sharing of downloadable files with step-by-step gun printing instructions has become commonplace on mainstream social media. Anything to add before I continue?
No.
Debauchery.
No? Okay. This insight will examine the nexus.
I mean, we all know this is stupid.
Of course.
I mean,
But it gets more stupid. That's the beauty of this. Yeah. This insight will examine, just by the way this mofo talks. Yo, either ChatGPT wrote this for you, or you are just
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I think it may be that.
ChatGPT, SHIT, whatever it's called. It's writing a lot of shit for people. I think
I use ChatGPT all the time. Like,
I've used ChatGPT twice all the time in my life, and
I've used it once. And my boss,
I use it for every description. I'd use it for thumbnails. I literally use it for everything that I do when it comes to social media. Yeah, absolutely.
It can make thumbnails.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, the stuff that you're doing when you're showing your picture and the other person's picture, all the AI stuff, it does all that.
But like, it makes a picture, and then like I take it and I make the thumbnail. But like every time it makes me a thumbnail, it sucks. So I end up having to like pull pictures out of it.
So I don't ever usually use the entire thumbnail because part of it does not look good. So I will usually take what it has done and I'll use it and put my own twist on it and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I use it a lot.
Yeah,
people are writing like all their emails with it. Like,
I do that a lot too.
Articles, like
it's crazy. It's we need to stop feeding it information, man. I don't
I
like
think
it.
it has enough information already. It's full.
Oh yeah.
It's got all of it. It's got
It's
all of
got
it.
all of it.
This insight will examine the nexus between the online 3D 2A community and accelerationist ideology in an attempt to delineate how the promotion of gun printing technology is aligned with accelerationist rhetoric and active budding domestic extremism. Now, accelerationist sounds like it means that these people, well, I need to read more to explain this. So hang on. So
This
uh,
gets absolutely horrible.
yes,
If it wasn't already horrible, it's about to get worse.
very much so.
All right.
Linkages between the 3D2A community and anti-establishment views. Do you have to run?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're good. You sign up. You want to run now, or what do you want to do?
Go ahead. I want to hear the rest of it.
Okay. Online, the pro 2A gun printing community overlaps with the call for hateful accelerationist violence against social groups. Just take a moment to think about that. Online, the pro 2A gun printing community overlaps with the call for hateful accelerationist violence against social groups. What? U.S. political institutions and anyone else viewed as an obstacle in the way of underground weapons procurement. Central to this rhetoric is resistance to the democratic liberal rule, where many users describe themselves as anti-Marxist, anti-communist, suggesting that gun control is a Marxist mechanism of political and social control.
It is.
I'm sorry, can you provide any evidence to the contrary? Yeah. The presence of this decentralized group of firearm developers descends from a collective named Deterrence Dispensed, or Det Disp, which became infamous as a result of leader J. Stark, 1809's FGC 9 or F Gun Control 9.
You may know who that is. I don't know.
Yeah, J. Stark, he died. He was murdered by German. He died of a heart attack during a raid in Germany. A semi-automatic weapon consisting of no regulated gun parts. Hell yeah. Det Disp has seemingly evolved into a 3D2A community that uses a firearm design platform known as the Catalog. While the Catalog appears as a detached and distinct entity of Det Disp, I don't even want to say that, I'm sorry, Deterrence Dispensed, many 3D gun printers on X using Deterrence Dispensed recognizable come and take it, computer folder logo, and other related insignia. The emblem has become symbolic of the 3D2A community, and users can even purchase merchandise, including patches of the symbol, on various 3D2A focused websites. These individuals, including Deterrence Dispense former beta manager, Dr. Death 1776, engage with the extremist rhetoric and far-right memes, including Pepe the Frog and mottos and namesakes like Chaos Reigns. In response to online criticism, users taunt the FBI and CIA, even tagging their social media accounts. Yes, they do that. Some users have posted videos and images showing what a mass shooter looks like, Figure 1, and urging followers to be the militia violent extremist the government thinks you are, Figure 2. You guys will enjoy that picture in a moment. The rhetoric and dialogue that summon the 3D2A
Are
community.
those guys feds, the ones that are doing this?
No, actually, one Gutter Cheese was made
Fed.
famous in one of them. Fed. Definitely not a Fed. The rhetoric and dialogue that some in the 3D2A community engage with suggest a disdain for government and desire for armed accelerationist mobilization, affirming a tapestry of overlap between violent extremism and 3D printed weapons under the guise of the Second Amendment. In Figure 1, no, this is what training to be a mass shooter looks like. Get it right. If you see this emblem up here, y'all know that looks familiar. Be the militia violent extremist the government thinks you are. And then it's got the taxi driver shirt with the 3D printed bulldozer. Figure 2, 3D2A user encourages followers to, quote, be the militia violent extremist the government thinks you are. Yeah, I mean, I think we all need to train to be as capable in violence as possible, which it gets to that too, because apparently me saying things like that is evil accelerationist behavior. The race war and peaceful calls for violence. While many messages shared with the 3D2A community reflect sentiments of contempt towards the government, other messages extend this ethos and directly flirt with violent rhetoric, using subliminal calls for violence to galvanize a movement against society and government. One creator, known for printing the gun known as the Uritaw, retweeted a tweet in late August of 2024 that reads, you can't truly, and I've literally said this on this show multiple times, you can't truly call yourself peaceful unless you are capable of great violence. If you're not capable of violence, you're not peaceful, you're harmless. This remark, accompanied by a masked figure holding what is presumably a 3D printed gun with the caption, I am extremely peaceful. The user that posted the original tweet wrote, peaceful, not harmless, on September 5th, 2024. Another user popular within the 3D2A community, DLD After Dark, posted an image of, I'm just kidding, I'm joking, it's not me. In the 3D2A community, posted an image of a man being arrested alongside the, oh wow, this is bad. Posted a picture of a man being arrested alongside the caption, when the race wars start and the white nationalists you befriended turn they back on you and deport you, even though they said you were one of the good ones, you are brown. This comment directly implies the extremism is a common thread that pulls together the 3D2A community, suggesting that the 3D2A community as a whole is resistant to liberal society and that the act of arming oneself with 3D weapons is in response to the coming, quote, race war.
The thing is that they're putting it with a race. Like, that doesn't make any sense because it's literally legal for everybody to do.
It has nothing to do. It's never, if anything, I've never seen a collected group of more ragtag, like random people that are all different, like race, religion, creed, like background. Like, it's crazy, you know?
Discussion, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you so much for coming on. Guys, support Fat Tech, all right?
See y'all.
Later, brother. Discussions of race wars are commonplace within far-right circles and are often indicative of conspiracy theories like the Great Replacement theory, which posits that society's institutions are purposefully driving out white people. It's not about white people. It's about United States citizens. All this is wrong. Memed is acceleration.
This person voted for Donald Trump?
Absolutely not. Memed accelerationist violence in the Second Amendment as a human right. As indicated above, the 3D2A community is insistent on creating chaos through violence or the suggestion of violence. On X, many members of the 3D2A community present themselves as defenders of personal liberties and staunch opponents to any regulatory institutions and authority figures like the ATF and members of the police force, figure 3 and 4. The bio of one Michigan-based ex-user who claims to be a 3D weapons ammunition producer reads, premier ammo supplier for the militia industrial complex. Self-defense is a human right. Talks about giveaway, but I don't know who that's from, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, in this house, we affirm the 2A is for shooting cops. Gun tubers are haram. The M16 is an AR-15. The AR-15 is a military rifle. 223 Remington is a military cartridge. You shouldn't post your felonies. 37 millimeter launchers are toys. And RK Spookware, is always correct. So I wonder who that could have been. User posts an image affirming that the Second Amendment is for, quote, shooting cops. The Second Amendment is viewed as sacred and immutable by the 3D2A community. Memes represent this sentiment, are commonplace within the community, including statements that allude to a blatant disregard of any regulatory law against the production of 3D weapons. Figure 5. I regularly disregard laws I find illegitimate, is a meme that I'm reading now. Many users belonging to the 3D2A community taunt and poke fun at those who attempt to dismantle their underground weapons development. In response to an article shared on X suggesting that 3D printed weapons are, quote, lethal Lego sets by gun violence prevention focused nonprofit Giffords, a 3D2A user responded, "Did you know you can build your own lethal Lego untraceable ghost gun at home with just a 3D printer and some basic hand tools? You too can build these by going to the catalog." In November 2024, a Brazilian gunsmith posted an image of a gun part etched with the phrase "live free or die," reflecting the view of many 3D2A gun developers that civil liberties and the freedom to 3D print should be maximized. You know, it's
We're
interesting.
getting there.
It's interesting that they spelled that with an S. There's certain things that are making me think that this is either AI or by somebody in the UK, but we'll get back to it. This was retweeted by another well-known Brazilian firearm developer, also retweeted by the latter user was an image of a mass shooting wearing a Make America Great Again MAGA hat and an Israel flag patch, preparing to shoot at school children in what appears to represent a Palestinian classroom. Such content emphasizes the virtual and maximalist language used in many spaces in support of the 3D2A cause. Yeezy, what are you doing? That's a Palestinian school. Wow. That's got
to be the stupidest meme I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's interesting. Furthermore, in the aftermath of the brazen shooting that killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on the 4th of December 2024, footage of his assassination was memed, with many renditions of the footage going viral with online communities. For the 3D2A community, the shooting was of regulatory concern due to the assassin's use of a 3D printed gun and silencer. Several online gunsmiths shared their fear that the shooting would cause government institutions to attempt to ban such weapons. However, the incident presented an opportunity for the 3D2A community to propagate their hatred for perceived elitist authority figures. One 3D gun developer posted an image taken from the shooting footage and labeled Thompson as a sheriff and the assassin as depicting the death of Thompson as the killing of a police officer. The witness who managed to get away is labeled as deputy, suggesting that the creator of the meme is only interested in violently eliminating those in position of power. During the week of 9 December 2024, it was revealed by multiple news sources that the gun used by the perpetrator was a 3D printed ghost gun that was fully homemade. This raised questions about the legalities of 3D printed firearms, with Andy Greenberg, a contributor for Wired magazine, tracing the weapon back to, quote, the catalog. As a result, members of the 3D2A community alerted their followers that news reporters had reached out to them. One user said, "All the homies are getting hit up by journalists, LMAO. We're the rats." This comment alludes to the 3D2A community's response to such journalists with a meme involving a 3D model of a rat, often with the song "Free Bird" by Leonard Skinner playing in the background. This meme was turned into a fake Vice News article created by the 3D2A community titled "Meet the Xanacels, the gun-loving extremists who keep sending us videos of a horizontally spinning rat when we DM them." Figure 8 article clearly delineates that the 3D2A community is comfortable referring to themselves as extremists and that they find amusement in being labeled as such. That's funny. Recommendations addressing the use of 3D printed weapons and the subsequent saturation of online activity related to underground weapons procurement demands a multifaceted approach aimed at stifling both the creation and dissemination of homemade weapons. What? And printing instructions. Agencies like the GATF in the US, in the US, that would make me think that they are not in the US, should redefine legal definitions. So an enforcement agency should redefine legal definitions. Wow. To include 3D printed weapon parts, weapon parts, and mandate serialization of all gun components to reduce accessibility to ghost guns, because we all know serialization prevents crime, right? Additionally, background checks should be mandated for the purchase of any firearm parts. Thereby reducing the anonymity of weapons purchases and the accessibility of weapons to individuals with violent or potentially violent mental or criminal histories. Further, legislative bodies in the US and abroad should focus their attention on regulating the sale of filament materials used in the production of 3D printed guns in order to disable ease of access to individuals aiming to procure gun parts without a background check. Internet service providers might constrain access to websites providing downloadable weapon development instructions through governmental means. They might also enforce online platforms to authenticate user history to administer proper protocol. Wow. Conclusion: 3D printed weapons development is growing, and it's only going to get bigger. While it is important that the Constitution is upheld to embolden personal liberties, certain restrictions must be enforced in order to alleviate potential threats related to gun manufacturing. The 3D2A community has shown no signs of slowing down and has only ramped up their trolling and taunting as they have faced more scrutiny. As the technology becomes more advanced, thanks to artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, 3D printed weapons will continue to grow in effectiveness, blanketing the illicit gun market with dangerous levels of untraceability and unpredictable violence. Well, for everyone out there, what I would personally say is emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the times.
Yes.
How long will they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?
What you know about that, Red Dawn?
Or I sing that song like weekly to my kids.
Do you do you want to hear the moment that I heard that song and I got complete and utter like chills?
Yes.
So
it's like my favorite song of all time.
The first concert I ever went to in my life that I remember was as a young man. I'll say that, because I went to some other like live concerts and stuff as a kid, but the first one I went to like as a young man was a Lauryn Hill and Outkast concert.
Fire.
It was dope. Outkast came on and they crushed the opening, man, and it was incredible. And seeing
Bombs
Andre
Over Baghdad?
3000, that was the Stank-On. Yeah, so yes, yeah, they did Bombs Over Baghdad.
They definitely were playing Bombs Over Baghdad.
Yeah. Uno, dos, tres, son. Did you ever think about a microphone like that? They both still say sweet. Big things happen every time we meet. Yeah, that thing does rock. But after like the second their opening ended, every single light cut off in the entire arena. That actually hurt to do that. Every single light cut off in the entire arena, and it was like dead silence, right? And then we didn't know what was going around at the stage. Yes, Lauryn Hill came out with just a stool, and like after a few minutes goes by, she's
not too bad for an ultra liberal.
Yeah, she musically, I'll praise her musically. Aside from that, I don't care, right? Or I don't care for her, and her views and the way she thinks about white people and all that. You want to talk about somebody who wants to start a race war, bro? Like, Anyway, she starts playing Redemption Song on an acoustic guitar, on a amplified acoustic guitar. Dude, that like feeling with like the lights completely off in the entire arena, and all of a sudden there's just lighters popping on everywhere all over the place, and it's like Redemption Song by candlelight. Like, dog, that it was crazy.
I've actually been in a similar situation at a Damian Marley concert
Really,
where he sung it. Yep,
that's pretty dope.
super dope. Damian, Stephen Marley,
Yeah,
some of the best, man.
I will say, the Road to Zion with Damian Marley and Nas, that thing rocks.
Yes, it does.
I will be waiting there, reassured. I will be waiting there.
Do you know Soldiers?
Mm-mm.
Soldiers of Jah's Army. You never heard of them?
No,
They're awesome.
that's what's up. So let's back up a little bit. Sounds like a French Canadian who's been to one of the Trudeau pillow parties. Dude, all 3D printing bros are comedians. Dude, that's what I can't believe they don't understand satire, right? That's why I think a machine wrote this. It's the only thing that makes sense, because there's
liberals
no way.
Don't understand satire. They're very sensitive.
Yeah, but you would have to take everything that they say literally.
I mean,
Like,
for the record, majority of mass shooters are leftist liberal nutcases.
yes, that are like actually mentally ill.
Yeah.
Not all, a lot.
In my opinion.
Most.
Statistically.
Large amount.
We got to clip that into it show.
Pantera. Yeah. That's funny. I don't know. What's your take on the whole thing?
Someone who is hyper afraid of life, to live their life, hyper afraid of guns in general.
Yeah.
Extreme leftist who thinks Kamala Harris won the actual election.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's ever been anybody in the history of America who's committed mass shootings with a MAGA hat on. I believe the people wearing MAGA hats have probably been shot at more than none of them have done anything.
Yeah.
I think that these people with a political ideology will say anything and take it to any level they can to try to seem like they're standing on some moral soapbox that doesn't exist.
Yep.
And that's the kind of world we live in today. We live in a world where you can have AI write you an article about your extreme hatred for certain groups and somehow spin it that those groups are the hateful ones. And
I'll be real though, we can't MAGA until we Malka. We can't make America great again until we make America love Christ again. Straight up. Like that, I know, like that may not be an extremely popular view, but I will tell you that we will fall. We will fall as a nation. We cannot just make America great again.
Let me ask you a question. Is Christianity still the majority belief system? And I'm not going to say religion.
Yes.
Because it might. No. So more than I think not. I think more than 51% are either agnostic or.
I think it is, bro. I think I have to look it up. I think last time I looked, I'm pretty sure it was.
And don't put religious, put belief system, because if you put religious, it's not going to show agnostics. It's not going to show everything. So like if you combined Islamists, Judaism, agnostics, Scientologists, everything, if you combined all those.
So what I it won't even let me look up like belief system. It's only like religion. It says Christianity is the prevalent religion in the U.S. Gallup survey from 2023 indicates the entire U.S. population of 332 million, about 67% are Christian. But you're right that most Most people, and by the way, just to cite what I'm talking about here is, bam, I used the Googles, sorry, and it was the AI overview. So forgive me, okay? But it was the
And
closest
are those all like Bible believing Christians? Are those
so that's what the point I was going to make was this,
like
was
Joe
it's more
Biden
likely
apparently is a Catholic Christian? You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. It's like most people say they're Christians as default because they believe in God. They believe in a God, a creator, but they don't necessarily follow the belief systems, or they like look, okay, for everyone out there, we got almost 50 people in here still. For everyone out there, if you have seen any change in me at all over the last year and a half, put a 1 in the chat. And I'm not trying to say this, it has nothing to do with me. All glory goes to God. I'm just saying, if you have seen any change in me at all, put a 1 in the chat. And the reason I'm asking this is because of this. Once you truly give your life to Christ, it is a completely different experience, and your heart changes, and you cannot possibly not change, right? Prior to that, I believed in God, right? I believed in God my entire life prior to that. I believed that, I believed in God, I believed in Jesus, but it's different when you actually truly commit your life to Christ.
yeah, I mean, but also Prius.
You made me choke on my spit. Oh my goodness. Prius, thank you. I have changed.
Even though you went through things in your life, you came from a good upbringing. They were Christian. They taught you these things, even though you were going through your phases as a youth, which pretty much everyone does. I mean, unless you can foster a strong foundational knowledge within a young person, can they only overcome that? Because, like Christ says, my people fail for lack of knowledge. When you're young, you don't have a lot of knowledge. So you're easily swayed into doing stupid things, right?
Yeah.
But I would still say that you were more Christian in that phase than Joe Biden is today. Or that Kamala Harris, I believe, claims to be a Christian.
Yeah.
She said Jesus told her to run for president.
But I thought she grew up in a family that worshipped
Well, she changes her
Allah.
story for whoever's in front of her at
That's
the time.
right. That's
So
right.
who knows, really,
First 2 retweets of that article on X were Canadian leftists. Anon not trying too hard at DLD After Dark. Yes. Yeah. 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 I mean, clearly it seemed to me like it was either AI written or AI written and then enhanced by people that don't live in the US, people that live a life of fear of crikey, I couldn't believe if we had to run from assault weapons every day. Could you believe that, mate? Like, come on, dude.
Bro, knives do more damage than guns. If you had
what do you mean? What do you mean?
like
Like
slicing
physical
someone,
damage, or?
yeah.
I mean, it depends. I mean, it's kind of like, where you get hit, how you get hit, how deeply it goes. I mean, it's similar to a firearm in that placement, the tool implement, like
Yeah, but once
caliber, and
someone's that close to you, it's
it
just
it
over and
does
over again,
a
right? Like
tremendous amount of damage. Absolutely.
tremendous amount. I mean, you ask
Yeah.
anybody who's done this type of stuff for a living, they will tell you when it's close quarters, a knife is more dangerous than a gun.
Close quarters, knives are brutal. I know people that have gotten cut up terribly. I've gotten cut up a couple times. I got cut on my hand. I got hit up by a screwdriver under my armpit by a dude. Thankfully, he wasn't very strong. Yeah, I mean, yeah, knives are bad, okay? But I mean, what you should do, what you need to do, is make sure you get yourself a dependable, trustworthy knife. You know what I'm saying? I guess I shouldn't show that one too much. You know what? Get yourself I don't think anyone was able to guess what this was. Oh, look at the markings on the blade. Oh, there are none. This definitely is not a custom $500 knife that I got in trade. I've been trading, boy. I've been out here
Making
doing
deals.
making deals happen. When we talked about 1911s earlier, and some of the guns that we talked about, the intention wasn't to offend anybody, but it's important that you guys understand the difference between a show pony and a workhorse. Okay, if you need a workhorse, get yourself a Glock. If you want a show pony, get something else, but don't expect the show pony to do workhorse work. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Red Dawn, how can the people support you in your endeavors?
Go to Red Dawn Readiness, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, like my videos, comment on my videos, go to my Instagram, hit me up, repost some of my stuff, go to Rumble, subscribe there. And I love Trader Joe's. I don't shop there much because Costco's cheaper.
I've had a couple of friends at Trader Joe's. Some funny, some not. Yeah, go ahead. Before you guys leave, wait a second, because I do have one more important thing to say at the end. So stick around, please. Sorry.
Other than that, Dark, appreciate you having me on, man. Always good to see you. It's a pleasure as always. Love you.
It's
and
always a blast.
Love everybody in the chat. Jesus Christ is King. And what that means is take a knee.
Facts. And I will take a knee for anyone else. And I see a lot of that. Lots of worldly BS out here. And Malka. Maybe we need to make Malka a thing, make America love Christ again.
My kids are always asking for Malka.
Yeah. Malka is expensive. Malka and eggs are both very expensive.
Some milk is free.
Some milk. I don't know if I would partake in the free milk, but let's be real. Is it really free? Is it really free though?
I guess I pay a lot for it.
18 years. 18 years. Yeah. Guys, for all of you guys out there that have been following the auto key card debacle, the CRS debacle, and everything that they've done to that poor family, they have been demonetized on YouTube now for a little more than a year. And when they finally had the ability to ask for remonetization again, they said no because they broke community guidelines. So then they requested again. They said none of our videos have broken community guidelines. None of our other videos that you're talking about have been given a strike or taken down or anything at all. So please tell me specifically why I cannot rejoin the partner program, because that's how she's eating. She's making videos. She's feeding the family by, doing YouTube in Matt's stead while he's locked up, right? So kudos to her for stepping up. And they came back and they were like, well, we'll have to look into this, but I believe it's because of the community guidelines, like for sure, community guidelines. Well, they came back and said, actually, it's not because of the community guidelines. It's because of your inactivity on YouTube. Because of your inactivity on YouTube, we're removing you from the partner program. We're not allowing you to reapply, and we would recommend that you continue to make YouTube videos, make sure that they fall within our community guidelines, and then maybe in another 6 to 12 months, you can reapply for monetization. They're stripping her of like 2 years of salary, essentially. The only way she's being able to stay afloat is by people giving and contributing to her, and also people shopping at onlytacticalfans.com. Anyone that shops and gets anything from onlytacticalfans.com is directly supporting Erica and the kids and the family and helping Matt while he's locked up, not able to directly contribute. This is just crazy. So for all of you guys out there, if you want to read the whole story, go to the CRS Firearms YouTube page, go to their community tab, their posts, and read her most recent post. It has screenshots from every single YouTube response. And I bet they didn't think that she would post it on YouTube. So it's just ridiculous. That, like, what they are doing is just wrong. And I hope that what they had done, what MSNBC has done, what the prosecutor has done, what YouTube and Google have done, and all what I hope they come back and they can get what is rightfully theirs tenfold from what's been done to them. It is wrong, immoral, unjust. Yeah, wrong. It's wrong. So anyway, if you guys are curious as to why we're doing more stuff over there on the green channel, that's why. Because Bumble with an R is where it's at. We can do way more stuff. We can do, stuff showing firearms. We can do anything you want or could think of, we could do over there. And that's why I'm considering doing the 3 live streams a week that I usually do here. I'm probably going to keep them going. But then after that, I'm probably going to start doing 2 live streams a week over on Bumble with an R. And I think it's going to be the best way to do it. But we'll see. I don't want to do it.
We should hit up. I know he was at SHOT Show, was Don Jr., but I feel like Don Jr. might be more reachable than all of us tagging the real Donald Trump. And that someone we know should be able to get in touch with Don Jr. And Don Jr., considering buying 2A companies like Cordova and Grab a Gun and all this stuff, that he would be sentimental to this cause.
We got to get CRS a book deal for real.
For real.
I have a 3D printed firearm assembly videos on Bumble with an R. Same username. Can't do that on YouTube. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree. And I know we have been, saying like, we're so tagging, I was about to say Donald Trump and, tagging him and saying like, CRS deserves a pardon. CRS deserves a pardon. There's no person I know of in the United States that deserves a pardon more than CRS Firearms, more than Matt Hoover. Justin is out for you guys out there, so don't think I'm like forgetting about him. Justin is out. Was there still an injustice done? Is it still wrong? Is it absolutely 100%? So I don't know yet, Techno Man. I'm thinking, so my issue is that if I start doing Wednesdays and Fridays, then I'm going to step on Red Dawn's toes. So I may need to look at Sundays or Mondays, or I'm going to have to play with some stuff, but I'll let you guys know. But I will still post a stream on YouTube, and then I'll put the link in the chat, and I'll pin it so that way you guys will see when I'm live over there. It'll say live on Bumble with an R. And that's why it's super important for you guys to follow me over there too, because that way you will get a notification when I go live over there. And we're going to be doing like a lot of stuff. But yeah, some people are saying no, he should refuse to get a pardon because that would assume guilt. That he should be, I don't know what they're planning, but I would love to find a way to help and support the family even more while this is going on, because she has had to face every single challenge alone, and she's taken it like a champ. And I couldn't imagine if anyone else like out of our circle had to deal with the same thing. That's brutal, but she has no choice other than to just push forward, So anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Remember, we are in a culture war. It is vital that you be a culture warrior and be a good person, right? We're good people. We are door holders. We're the ones that take care of the people around us and in our community. I encourage all of you guys to do that. And rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because the hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Red Dawn, for coming on and hanging out. Thank you, Josh, Black Diamond Josh, Fat Tag Josh, and there are 2 DLD. Which one is you? So one is the user account, which has like no followers, and one is the channel, which is like 300 some odd followers. So follow the one, or just follow both of them, but both are me. It's weird. Rumble makes you do like one user account and one channel. It's strange, but love y'all. Love you, Red Dawn. And y'all keep it going. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.